Well, Kaitangata was the first hospital built by the Otago Hospital Board in 1908. Kaitangata Cottage Hospital, that's what they called the maternity one. The Kaitangata Cottage Hospital was the only institution outside Dunedin and used mainly for the care of injured miners pending their transfer to Dunedin, which was done by train on a stretcher, and they were flung in the guard's van. Minor operations such as removal of tonsils and adenoids were performed on 6 to 8 children at a time by visiting surgeons from Dunedin, assisted by the local resident doctor, which they always had a resident doctor when the mine was operating too. And in 1926 there were 2 serious outbreaks of diphtheria at Kaitangata, with 45 cases in the first and 51 in the second outbreak. Additional staff were required and 37 tents were purchased to accommodate the influx of patients to hospital. And in September 1928, Kaitangata Hospital became the board's maternity. There, in 1928, Kaitangata Hospital became the board's maternity hospital. During the year ending 30th of September 1930, there were 35 maternity cases at Kaitangata. In 1954, however, the board was unable to prevent Kaitangata Maternity Hospital from being closed by the Minister of Health. They wanted to close it. Sometime later, the hospital was then opened as a home for the elderly men. It had been felt that a hospital was needed in case of accidents at the coal mines. In 1907, local residents had raised £300 towards the cost of a hospital and offered to pay part of the maintenance costs of running the establishment. Cooking, yes, for the ladies. That's at the, you know, it was just the ladies that were there, and breakfast, dinner, and tea, and you worked till 2 o'clock and you got off until 4, and then you come back to get the tea. But did all the baking, home, filled the tins, as they say, with home baking, and we made all the jams and the sauces and things like that there. We got the meat from Bruce Pennell, the local butcher. We used to ring up an order for there, and the co-op, you might remember that. Now, well, that's where we got our groceries from. And we had a gardener, Mr. Hayes. He grew the vegetables for the place. And the polishing, you know, the brown liner that you see in hospitals, well, that was everywhere there. It was right down the full length of the ward, and in the corridor where you came into the hospital from the main door, it was brown. Down in your hands and knees, putting wax polish on. The coal was delivered up there with I used to feel sorry for the poor old horse going up that, you know, the slope to get there. It used to plod. It was a big horse though, one of those heavier horses. Horse and cart. It was a Mr. Russell that I remember that brought the coal.